I'm back on the cold hard floor. Although at this point, like, where else would I go? Lately, I've had this urge to live next to the beach. I've always been a beach person. I just believe that if I lived near or around a beach, it would heal 99.999% of the things going on within me here and here. And it sucks that I see all these pictures and all these things and I just cannot go on a walk around the beach. You know, if I'm upset, a sunset walk, I see the beach, I hear the waves, I see the water, and I just look at it and it calms my soul. It speaks to me from here. It speaks to me right here. And I see the sunset, I see the vibrant colors, the ombres, the oranges, the neons, and it just brings me so much peace. In reality, all I can do really is just sit in my room, or even if I want to go for a walk, I don't really know where because there isn't just many places I can go on for a walk. Put my glasses back on, I need them, even when I think I don't. Over the last couple of months, or actually since last month, which was March, I have been in, what do you want to call it? My brain has been a hodgepodge of a mess. Okay, it has been mush. It's like I have stretched myself too thin, and it's like I am an entity, a single entity who is trying to be at 10 different places mentally, and all of them are just like screaming like, come here, come here, come here, and I cannot be everywhere. And basically what I'm trying to say is, girl, I have been going through it. Honestly, when am I not? Okay, most of the times I've realized whenever I make a video, I'm like, guys, I'm going through it, but like, okay, it's fine. Okay, human experiences. I've been anxious, I've been overwhelmed. I feel like anxiety has been my default setting this past month. Like, I wake up and my heart, it beats as if like it's seen a bear. And I've never seen a bear, and I never actually want to see a bear unless it's my teddy bear, but whatever. And my heart beats so fast, and every time I try to do like breathing exercises or anything, it just, I don't know, a part of me doesn't want to fully sit with what I'm feeling and really struggles to completely just understand what I'm feeling. And so it wants to, like, that part of me wants to rush through the whole thing, like, no, finish it, get it over with. I used to write in my diary, look, me and my diary were like this, okay? I've just abandoned it for now because, as I said, there's this huge part of me that wants to help myself, but at the same time, I am terrified of confronting my own feelings that I write. Because, you know, as you write, your fingers and hands, they just sort of start working because they're in sync with your brain, and then you kind of learn a lot more about yourself. And to me, it's like, in the moment when you go through it is enough, but I don't want to go through it again when I'm like writing or whatever. So here I am. This is my diary. Will I start writing again? Of course, I write all the time, but in this sense of like confronting my own feelings and all that stuff, you know. Oh my god, okay, so I came up with these like little questions, and I have my laptop right here, and so I'm gonna be like sort of organizing this whole thing in that way because I want to feel like I have some control, which I do have control. Okay, first one is like, what am I feeling, which I just told you. The thing is, I'm not gonna say it's been this bad the entire time. Good things have happened, okay? Being the way I am, I'm not gonna say what they are, but good things have good things have happened. Now it's me who doesn't know how to balance these things or bring harmony into my life and accommodate like these things when my daily routine has been I study, I do my work, I do my assignments, don't have any left though. So my second task always used to be just like sitting and watching shows. Okay, I could do that for hours on end. That was the one thing that was always like a constant in my life. But lately, for the past month, I can't even do that. That's when I knew something was wrong, because me not being able to sit still and do whatever I want and watch my shows, oh my god, that was the first indicator that something was wrong. And I just, because my mind was always somewhere else, like, no, I have to do this. No, let me do this. No, let me do this work. Let me make this. This would be so much better, blah, 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 blah. I can do that for hours on end. I can sit still, watch my shows for hours on end. I get bored in between, but you know, I would make cute little videos and all that. I don't even do that anymore. So those were like the big indicators that something's just off, something's out of balance in the atmosphere. So how am I dealing with all of this? That's a great question. I'll just put a clip in here. Yes, this is my first rewatch of the show for the year, and I'm not complaining, okay? I'm just watching it as a time pass, but also because it's something that, again, calls to my soul. It's something that I've gone back to at every stage in my life. So yes, before this I was watching The Office. Actually, I was watching The Office, then I watched What We Do in the Shadows, which was so funny. Loved it. A little gory for my liking, but I mean, again, given the premise of the show, it would be that way. And that was it. Now we're back to Big Bang Theory. I have no shame. Why would I? Literally, why would I? I think I really dislike the feeling of like just frustration that I get in me, and it gets worse when you have like 10 million different mental tabs open and you have 10 million different versions of your personality, not in that psychologically something is wrong with you way, but just you don't know who you're gonna get that day. Okay, not in the whatever, I'm not gonna explain myself, but it's just annoying because you're like, I already feel shit, so why do I have to experience even more shit feelings? It's just kind of like a cycle. You're kind of in a loop. Oh, today's race day, by the way, so that's something nice. Formula 1. Oh, major procrastination. I used to be someone who never procrastinated. I used to get a head start on my assignments 2 months before they were even announced. Now I have procrastinated so bad, I just don't care. But even with my assignments, I think it's just something at this point where you want to get it over with because you're already done with that part of your life. So I also had this like full video filmed, and it was like a little vlog, and it was something I've been wanting to do for a long time, right? My brain was like, film from your phone, but no, you have a camera, film from that as well. And I've been meaning to utilize my camera a lot more, and it's only fun when I'm going out somewhere so I can use it for like cute clips like I did at the beach. I looked over the footage yesterday, finally, like a month later, and I was so overwhelmed. I was like, what the actual hell is all of this? What is all of this? Why did I have to do it from my camera and my phone? I think I know part of the reason why. The storage on my phone is always full. Anyways, I'll put it out, I'll just use the footage on my phone because I could not be bothered to transfer the whole thing on my laptop, and I saw the footage yesterday and I was overwhelmed. I was confused. So yeah, that's what I've been feeling. I've been really overstimulated, anxious, overwhelmed. I've been really annoyed, okay? And it's difficult. It's like you're a child and you're finally experiencing all these big feelings that you don't know how to deal with. Kids. Ugh. Anyways, back to the beach. I don't know how I started talking about all of this from the beach. When I was a kid, we used to make these spontaneous trips to the beach at night. And it used to be the best thing ever. It used to be the best thing. And I realized that those memories are completely just fading away from my memory. And I recently only remembered them again, and I consider them such a luxury because it was so fun. It was so nice. I just wish I could go there and sit, watch the sunset. It would help me so much because then I have a place to go. Oh, recently I've been hearing this song, and it goes like this. How can we go back to being friends? It's so good. It is so good. I've only heard that part. But every time I listen to it, I think of Joe Keery because I'm like, oh, he sang that song. But turns out he actually didn't. But I always think of him because I love Joe Keery. Yay. So that's what I've been feeling. And it's like this unspoken, like dark cloud just sort of hovering over me everywhere, even when I try to relax, even when I try to chill, even when I try to give myself time to just be, it's kind of there. It's like, no, you cannot be this way. You have to be worried and anxious. You have to be all of these things. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster, right? Where it's like, ooh, like that. You know how a roller coaster is. Imagine like the craziest roller coaster you've been on that made you want to throw up. Like, I'm on a roller coaster, it does not want to stop. Some days I'm feeling so good, some moments I'm feeling great, and then it's like 5 seconds later I feel bleh. I'm basically my own therapist. And I say it as a fun thing, but I also mean it literally. When I get the money for therapy, it's gonna be great. I have to also kind of treat myself like a child. Like, hey, is this what you're feeling? Is this what's happening? Is this what we're going through? But at the same time, like, it is so frustrating And like, I'm trying to declutter my brain. There is so much nonsense in there over the past couple of months that's like just curated and it's been sitting there. And it's like, what the hell is your problem? You know what I mean? Sure, I had these fun things I did up until a couple months ago, which was doing my word search puzzle, coloring books. I started journaling, junk journaling, scrapbooking, whatever you want to call it. I have been struggling with not time management, but sort of incorporating these new things in my life that don't take away from what I'm already doing, which was like coloring and making my little videos and not abandoning myself completely. Because that's what they say. It comes from a place of desperation as well as fear and anxiety, which I will get into in some other video someday, but that's just where I'm at right now. And for me to abandon the things I love is the worst thing ever. Which brings me to my next point. I've been helping others build their vision, but I've been like completely neglecting my own. I'm helping others grow, do their own thing. Like I said, you let that consume so much of your life that you abandon what you love and what you do. And this is my way of sort of giving back to myself, because I don't care how many people watch this. I don't care if anyone even likes or comments. It's just something I'm doing for myself. I'm putting back, I'm giving back to myself, instead of completely focusing my time and energy into helping others and helping them build themselves up. You know, you gotta focus on me. You gotta focus on you, girl. Also, the last point, I have had the worst relationship with social media lately. Oh, I hate it. But I am at like the cusp of losing my sanity with it. Going into this year, one of my New Year's resolutions was that I will completely stop using social media. From January 1st, I was so hardcore set. I was like, I'm not gonna use social media anymore. I'm gonna do a detox. I don't even want to say detox, but like I'm gonna stay away from it. No, that's not what happened. But the sheer amount I have to spend on social media now makes me sick. Makes me ugh. Like, I'm like, hell no. Like, why? I don't even want to spend the amount of time I'm spending on there, but I have to. Or once I go on it, it's like I don't want to be there. But then sometimes I'm like, okay, let me use it. But then I go on there and it makes me so sick. It makes me anxious, and the number of nonsense that just takes up space in my brain. I'm going through withdrawal symptoms. Okay, last night I was like, I'm not gonna open it. I didn't open Instagram today, but I'm just like, it's like, come here, open it. Open me, look at me. So desperate. Oh, just absolutely desperate. Unbelievable.